Welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to Jocoro FC versus Deportivo Saprissa in the CONCACAF Central American Cup 2023 group stage. The group stage, of course. Second match day. Saprissa already won their first match, of course, against Cartagena. Let's see if they can go down to Honduras, San Pedro Sula, and win their second and put themselves in a very good position. Jocoro FC contra Deportivo Saprissa en la Copa Centroamericana de la CONCACAF Fase de Grupos, Jornada 2. Jornada 2. San Pedro Sula is where they're playing. It's the first of two matches today. We're covering both. 2 lives, 1 RSR. Huh. Well, there you go. That definitely explains things. This one on Tubi. The next one's on FS2. Jocoro Saprissa, San Pedro Sula, where they're playing. $90 down there. Not bad. Starting 11s are as follows for Jocoro in goal. Oscar Sanchez, Jose Galindo, Elvis Claros, Guillermo Fuentes, Carlos Arevalo, Elmer Guiti, Herbert Sosa, Junior Padilla, Luis Acuna, Wilson Rugama, and Juan Argueta. This is Group A matchup, of course. A Group A matchup. For Saprissa in goal, Esteban Alvarado, Jeffrey Valverde, Pablo Arboin, Fidel Escobar, Jurcraif Azafeifa, Ulysses Segura, Jefferson Brenes, David Guzman, Michael Cherinos, Luis Paradella, and Ariel Rodriguez for Saprissa. Starting 11s, of course, Michael Cherinos moving from Olympia to Saprissa. That's probably part of the reason why Olympia is under the Champions curse right now, not playing too good in this tournament. I'd venture a guess that does have something to do with it. Teams will walk out. We'll have a kickoff at 7:06. Then, of course, we'll be moving on to the next match at 9 o'clock. Should be interesting. Then tomorrow, of course, we have the Leagues Cup quarterfinals. We'll be covering Miami versus Charlotte and LAFC versus Monterrey. Of course, America versus... or not America, Nashville versus Minnesota, and Philadelphia versus Querétaro. I will be keeping my eye on, but I won't be covering those until I do the quarterfinal recap, semifinal predictions. Oh, it looks like the CONCACAF Champions Cup itself will be on Tubi, because TubiX CONCACAF Champions Cup. They might actually have the CONCACAF Champions Cup proper on Tubi. You know what? I don't think that's a bad idea. Actually, I don't think that's a bad idea. Tubi might be easier to see than the Fox Sports app or Fox Sports 2. So you know what? It's definitely easier to see the Fox Soccer Plus. It's definitely Tubi probably has more uptake than Fox FS2 as well. Yeah, if you put the lower games on Tubi and then maybe FS2 instead of Fox Soccer Plus, yeah, that would be genius. Actually, I like the idea. Especially for the Caribbean and Central American Cup, but even for Champions Cup proper, I still think it's a good idea. So, with that being said, we're waiting for this match to start. Jocoro contra Saprissa. Should be interesting here. Should be an interesting one here. Let's write these out while I'm waiting. Good. Those are ready to go. All right, those are ready to go. That's good. And we will be waiting for this match to start. We're on for a good one tonight. How we doing? How we doing? Captain Falcon, how we doing? Kickoff at 7:06. You know what? I like that Central American Cup's on Tubi and Caribbean Cup and Champions Cup probably. Good. Good to hear. Good to hear. Teams walked out. Jocoro wearing their blue and yellow. I like those Jocoro kits. Those are cool. Those Jocoro blue and yellow kits, those are awesome. I like them. If I could buy one, I'd get one. If I could buy one, I'd get one. Not many people stream on YouTube. Well, I also do my reviews on here, so it's smart to do both, as in simulcast to Twitch and then stream on YouTube. As you see, the streams do better than the videos most of the time anyway. So, Jocoro FC in goal: Oscar Sanchez, Carlos Arevalo, Jose Galindo, Herbert Sosa, Luis Acuna, Elmer Guiti, Wilson Rugama, Juan Argueta, Junior Padilla, Elvis Claros, and Guillermo Fuentes for Jocoro. How we doing, Rory? Spain versus Netherlands at the same time. People mostly just post videos. I know. But there are people who do stream. And besides, if I just did videos on this channel and streamed on Twitch, Twitch is hard to build up. That's one thing. Second of all, it's doing a little bit better, I have to say. Oliver Vergara, the Panamanian referee tonight. Twitch is hard to organically build up. One, it's a good backup, but it's hard to organically build up. Ironically enough, YouTube's really easily to organically build up, but if you have, especially in the sports realm, you do streams, in the moment, it's a very timely, what's the word? Sports is a very timely industry, right? And streams do better because it's the most timely of anything. Deportivo Saprissa, Esteban Alvarado, Pablo Arbon, Jefferson Bernes, Jeffrey Valverde, David Guzman, Ariel Rodriguez, Fidel Escobar, Luis Paradella, Jorkef, Azofefa, Ulises Segura, and Michael Chirinos. But again, in my book, YouTube is very easy to build and get put in the algorithm. But again, sports is a very timely business. There's a reason why my streams do better than my videos. Because that's the most timely of anything. Yes, getting up the videos quickly as quickly as I do helps. But then you put it into the algorithm, and then you see if sometimes they get clicked more, sometimes they get clicked less. But I like doing both. Do you think Neymar will come to MLS? They say MLS is the favorite. I think the difference, like, if you're talking about a certain match, it's about timeliness. If you're just talking about a certain topic, like what Stark Raven Sports does, it's a little bit different. And that's a kickoff, and we're off. Jocoro kicks off. Jocoro wearing the yellow and blue. Saprissa wearing the white and maroon. It's more of a maroon than purple. But there is a little bit of a... It's a purplish maroon, okay? Saprissa used to wear purple straight up. But now they wear a maroonish purple. Looks more maroon to me, so... Like this. So, in your opinion. I mean, I still don't believe it till I see it. I mean, Neymar in the numbers is favorited to come to MLS. I don't believe it till I see it. It's not something that I want to get my hopes up on. I know. So I have to watch all of them on Telemundo from here on out. Because Nexstar is still having a problem with DirecTV. Now, depending on when I switch to YouTube TV, that may be different, but I don't know if I'll switch to YouTube TV by the end of the Women's World Cup. If I do, I could watch it in English. If I don't, well, Telemundo for me. And I may do the final if Japan makes it. I may. Don't quote me on that, but I need to see how this works out 5 a.m. anyway because of the Canada-Japan match. So, might as well. I may. Don't quote me. I'm thinking about it. Maybe because I think I need to pay back for the fact Leagues Cup chose to do all the quarterfinals on the same day. So, maybe. Maybe I'll go live for the Women's World Cup final if Japan makes it. Cross in. I said maybe. 2 minutes. Shot, cross in, save. Lol. Don't know what's so funny about that, but okay. Three minutes in, 0-0, settle. Maybe it was the Leagues Cup shot. I don't know. Seriously, it's just stupid that Leagues Cup is doing all 4 of the quarterfinals on the same day. LAFC. Miami has had some defensive problems. Like, forward play, they've been a buzzsaw. LAFC has been a complete buzzsaw. I know they've only played 2 games, but they needed the break that they got. Let's put it like that. They needed the break that they got. And now that they've came back, they've been an absolute buzzsaw. And they haven't just ran through crap teams. I mean, Morris has been good this year. RSL has been pretty damn good this year. If they run through Monterrey, LAFC might just win this whole damn thing. Because look at it like this, right? If LAFC runs through Monterrey, Jocoro loses the ball, runs past. If LAFC beats Monterrey, they're in the semifinals against Minnesota or Nashville. You mean to tell me LAFC is losing to Minnesota or Nashville? No, they're not. Right. So LAFC is in the final. Then they play Miami, Philadelphia, Querétaro, or Charlotte, which most likely would be Miami or Philadelphia. Miami already, or LAFC already ran through Philly during the Champions League, and they were closer to their higher potential. So it probably would happen again. Even though Philly's gotten better, LAFC is back to where they are. It'll probably happen again. Miami, well, again, they have defensive problems. It may be a shootout, as in a multi-goal thriller, but I don't think Miami comes out on top. They may be the closest, but they're not coming out on top. Still be enough to put them in Champions Cup anyway, so does it really matter? No. You know what's funny? Messi's going to play what? 2, 32, 16, 8. If they win, it'll at least be a third place, if not a final. 7, 8 cup matches before ever playing a league match in MLS. Sergio Aguero was a good striker, but he ain't nothing like Haaland. Sergio Aguero. No. All right. I like Sergio Aguero. I think Sergio Aguero was one of the best Premier League strikers of all time. I may hate Man City, but Sergio Aguero was that dude. But Erling Haaland is different. Man's a robot. So, save there. Saprissa knocking at the door. Jocoro already on behind the 8 ball. I agree at this point. Oh, yeah. They would put it at the Rose Bowl. LAFC hosts because they were the best team in the league. Miami goes to the Rose Bowl. They're already hosting Monterey at the Rose Bowl because of a concert, but still, I'm sure they're going to use this as a sort of test event to say, hey, if they make the final, we're going to host at the Rose Bowl, especially if it's Miami. Now, if it's Philadelphia, they'll probably host at Bank of California Stadium. If it's Querétaro, Bank of California Stadium. If it's Charlotte, Bank of California Stadium. But if it was Miami, it's the Rose Bowl. The semifinal will probably be at the Rose Bowl, or not the Rose Bowl, the Bank of California Stadium. Nashville, Minnesota, they would not use the Rose Bowl for. Miami, though? That would sell out in 5 minutes. Flat. Thoughts on America Nashville? For me, I think the worst part about it is the call was right. The call was right. Malagon came off his line. He jumped early. I'm not saying the call was wrong. The call was right. The fact it took 5 minutes to overturn the penalty and get them back shooting penalties, the final whistle was blown. So you're telling me the final whistle isn't the final whistle anymore. You're telling me that if they see something on VAR that happens right when the final whistle goes, they'll check it and they'll start the game over and give a foul and then go from there or restart a shootout. Yeah, that makes no sense to me. Once the final whistle goes, that's that, in my opinion. In my opinion, once the final whistle goes, the game is over. You can't go back and say, hey, foul on the play, penalty. Last kick of the game's a penalty. Or we're going to restart the shootout. That makes no sense to me. I'm not saying America got robbed. What I'm saying is the final whistle is a level of sanctity that in this game should not be sullied. The final whistle's blown, that's the end of the game. I don't care if he came off his line. I guess you did get robbed, Nashville. It shouldn't take 5 or 7 minutes to restart a shootout after a guy comes off his line. I don't care if they storm the pitch. I don't care if they should have saw it right then and there, right? It shouldn't take 5 minutes. Seeing somebody's foot come off the line is a 3-frame thing. You look at the frame before the ball is struck and where the feet are. You look at the frame after the ball is struck or when the ball is struck, where the feet are. And you look where the feet are after the ball is struck. 3 frames, that's all you have to look at. That takes like maybe 30 seconds. Maybe. And you get that video exactly when it happens. All right? In the VAR truck. You should know then and there that he came off his line, and you talk to the ref. You should know then and there. It should have never taken 6 minutes. It should have never taken 5 minutes. Yeah, the pitch shouldn't have been stormed, but still, they shouldn't be thinking they've won. And then 6 minutes later, after all this chaos is fixed, they go back and kick the penalties. Re-kick the penalty, and then Jonathan Dos Santos missed his, and then Daniel Lovitz finished it. Point being is, yeah, that's funny. Oh, come on. I love Eden Hazard, but don't say that dumb shit. Come on now. Playing forward, 10th minute. Jorge Mas says Apple TV subscriptions have more than doubled since Messi's played for Miami. That's big for MLS. I agree. I just wonder if they'll stay after Messi leaves. Again, if we could convert 10% of those fans, 15% of those fans to MLS fans, and they stay after Messi leaves, that's a win. I'm not even saying more than that, to be honest. 10th minute. If we could get just 10 or 15% of those fans to convert into MLS fans once Messi leaves and stay, that's a win. Because a lot of them are going to leave. If we get 10 or 15%, that's good. 11th minute. Playing forward, save. Jocoro's keeper's had to do some work. Jocoro is going to get scored on very soon if they don't. Michael Chirinos with a great cross, but there was a save, and I think I can see why Olympia's not playing as well. Michael Chirinos is a damn good player. Free kick for Jocoro. 0-0, settle. Haaland gets a lot of help in Man City, and MLS team would have to do everything himself like Messi. Well, I mean, he would do it, though. Will Leagues Cup not happen next year? It's going to happen. The Liga MX teams are just posturing. They knew all of these rules. They knew everything. They knew they'd be on the road for a month. They knew they wouldn't host any games. They knew everything going in. They asked for CONCACAF refs. The reason why there isn't many pro refs in this tournament is they asked for the Central American refs. MLS and Liga MX, they both asked for them. They knew all of this going in. Now they're posturing because America's pissed. And the fans are pissed. They're not going to freaking cut off their money. They'd be stupid to do it. FMF is doing this because the money it brings. They'll do it again. People will forget about this by the next time Leagues Cup happens, and Leagues Cup's going to happen. They wouldn't do it just for 1 year, and CONCACAF would restructure all of their competitions just for Leagues Cup to be played for 1 year because the fans got pissed off. The Liga MX directivos might be spineless, but I don't think they give a shit what the fans think. Or at least actually give a shit. Because if they did, well, okay, they did hire Jimmy Lozano, so maybe I need to give him a bit more credit. Maybe I need to give them a bit more credit. They did hire Jimmy Lozano. Maybe they actually do care enough. Well, then again, they did hire Jimmy Lozano. Maybe they will listen to the fans. Lightning won't strike twice that quickly, trust me. See, Mexican fans got lucky they hired Jimmy Lozano till 2026. Yeah, they may have listened there. They're not listening about Leagues Cup. Trust me. "13th minute, 0-0. If the Mexican Federation realized that the smart decision was the right decision and they didn't screw it up and they hired Jimmy Lozano, I don't think that was listening to the fans. They just realized that even the players, I think it mattered because the players were backing Jimmy Lozano. The players wanted him just as much as the fans. That's what did it. And they were like, well, shit, if we don't hire Jimmy, they're going to be pissed. And they don't even want to keep him as an assistant. They want him as the main guy. Might as well hire him then. Cross in. We're not getting Conte. We're not getting Zidane. Yeah, might as well keep him. They made the right decision. I don't think it was about the fans. It was about the players. And I don't hear the players complaining about the Leagues Cup, at least to the level the fans are. Except, yeah, not really. So it'll happen. I will eat my hat if it doesn't happen next year. If they say it's, like if they say in like January, February, it's been canceled and they're not doing it. '15th minute. Maybe they wouldn't have. We don't know. Hopefully it doesn't happen, because I don't want to find out. Because if it happens, and then America fans are like, but they didn't restart the match for Miami. They let it end. Oh my God. Hell would freeze over and the earth would split in two. I don't want to see that happen. And the rapture might happen too. 15th minute. No. No, because I like the Leagues Cup. I think it's a fun tournament. Yes. Is it slanted to MLS? Yes, it is. But Leagues Cup is a fun tournament. And it does qualify to Champions League. And the more chances that a certain team in red has to make Champions Cup, the better. So we should be there every year. I know it didn't work out this year, but I'm just saying overall. More international matches is good in my book. So I would not be happy, no. Thanks for the 4 minutes rant. Well, if you get me going, you get me going. Cross in, over the bar. Saprissa's knocking at the door, but they're sending it over the door. True. I agree with that. I think in the end, that's where we're going. I think in the end, there will be games in Mexico for the next Leagues Cup. They have to at least do that. I think in the end, we will have games in Mexico for the next Leagues Cup and going forward. That I agree with. It's going to stay, but I think we will have games in Mexico. That will happen. I'm going to put my money on it. Next year, go forward, there will be games in Mexico. I wish MLS and Mexico were playing in the Libertadores, but the only way I would accept the Leagues Cup being canceled is if Mexico and MLS went to Libertadores. If they were sending teams to Libertadores, then I would accept it. If you're not doing that, keep it. If the MLS and Mexico... If you want to take away Leagues Cup, you have to go to Libertadores. Both leagues. Besides, I'm sure CONMEBOL would want Messi in the Libertadores for the first time ever. Because he never played Libertadores. 18th minute, so... I guarantee you both leagues are going to make it, and Miami will be there. Trust me. No, that was bullshit. Somebody said that, but in the end, that was bullshit. They were probably talking about the Final Four competition where the two finalists of Champions Cup would play the winner of Sudamericana and Libertadores earlier in the year. That's what they were talking about. It would be more like a Nations League final situation where there's two semifinals and a final. So it would be the winner of Champions League, the runner-up, and then the Libertadores winner and the Sudamericana winner. Or was it Leagues Cup winner? Either way. Maybe it was Champions League and Leagues Cup winner. But either way, that's what they were talking about. Got lost in translation. Somebody jumped the gun. 18th minute. Which I wish they were going to Libertadores, but somebody jumped the gun. Cross in by Saprissa. Again, still knocking at the door. They should easily win this game. Corner. Leagues Cup is better, though. It's chaotic, if anything else. I mean, Libertadores is Libertadores, but Leagues Cup is chaotic, if nothing else. If nothing else. Hopefully, Leagues Cup will have a TV intro starting next year. No, they'll keep the same low-budget shit they had this year. I told you before, I'll tell you again. See, this is all about profit. So, no, the same low-budget crap is what they're going to keep. Because just know, right? They're looking for profit. So, the same old, maybe a couple of clips are changed because, of course, different players and all that. But, and maybe they put a shot at the Champions winners, but I don't know. Hope they don't play it anymore. Liga MX should play in South America, join CONMEBOL. It'll be played next year. Don't worry. I guess you should. I don't know how you want to do it, but they'll play it next year. Libertadores has less views than Leagues Cup. Yeah, because in English, guess where it's shown? beIN Sports. It's very hard to have beIN Sports. Hell, I don't even know if YouTube TV has it. Did I write that down? Maybe they put in Sports Plus. Either way, Leagues Cup's on Apple TV. I bet more people have Apple TV Plus than beIN. So there you go. TV intro would make them more money because more people would find it cool, thus it would draw them more interest. Nobody watches the UEFA Champions League for the TV intro. Unless you're me. Well, I'm not saying I watch the UEFA Champions League for the TV intro, but do I throw on the UEFA Champions League intro sometimes on YouTube? I do. Okay, so maybe there are people that do that, but I don't think there's people as... Well, it's maroon. What do you think? I'm wearing it because it's maroon, and Saprissa wears maroon. See, you got it. Smart. I was already wearing the shirt, but still. See? See? He figured it out. Smart. Would be nice to see the Timbers, some of those players go back. Playing for Jocoro. Well, I picked Saprissa to win this anyway. I'd be stupid not to. I'd be stupid not to. Libertadores on beIN Sports USA. I know, we covered that. I'm saying it's hard to find. It's not on DirecTV no more, beIN Sports. I don't even know if it's on YouTube TV. Maybe I didn't write it down, but it's not committed to my memory. Why am I getting YouTube TV? Because Fubo didn't work, and the only two with Weather Channel and all the channels I want, but especially the Weather Channel, is Fubo and YouTube TV. Because if I'm going to watch hurricane coverage, I'm not watching it on Fox Weather. Okay? No. Or Weather Nation. No. And I'm not buying the Weather Channel app just to watch Jim Cantori do hurricane coverage. Like standalone. So no. So, at least not right now. So, I have to have all the sports channels I want and Weather Channel on the streaming cable package, which is only Fubo or YouTube TV for Weather Channel and all the sports channels. But still, that matters too. That matters too. Oh, it's on YouTube TV? Good. So if they went to Libertadores, that's good. Okay. Thank you. I guess I just didn't write it down then. It's probably Sports Plus, though, right? But I was getting that for Fox Soccer Plus anyway, so. Okay. So we're good, okay? So if they went to Libertadores, we got beIN, we got Fox Sports, we got Fox Soccer Plus, we got TUDNA, we got both FS1s, we have Univision, we have, okay, all right. Leagues Cup Finals, LAFC Miami. This should be hosted at SoFi. No, Rose Bowl. Rose Bowl. Fubo's expensive, though. Yeah, but YouTube TV is cheaper. But Fubo didn't even work anyway. It was on the fritz. We tried to get one of these types of things in February. It was on the fritz. It didn't work out. Saprissa goal. I guess I'm behind on Tubi, but again, here's the goal, and then we'll read that comment. 0-0, Brenes with the corner. Brenes, cross. Header. Oh! What a goal! 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 Goal de Saprissa! Francisco! That was Ariel Rodriguez Francisco, I guess. Something to do with it. That was number 14. Yep, that's Ariel Rodriguez, who has Francisco on his back as well. I guess that's his third name. His second last name, because there's normally two. Goal. Ariel Rodriguez Francisco. 25th minute, 14, 1-0, 1-0. Goal de Saprissa. Good header. Very good header. Off the corner. I can't fast forward it, so I'm going to be behind on Tubi. It is what it is. Beautiful goal, though. Bullet header. A director technical of MLS team said that in one game of Libertadores, you make 10 times what you made making a Leagues Cup game. Yeah, I believe that. You only make, what, 100,000 every game you play in Leagues Cup? And then if you win, you got another 50,000? Yeah, no, I would believe that. That doesn't surprise me. You would make more in Libertadores. You would make $1 million for each game than 100,000. So, yeah, I would believe that. I'm not questioning that at all. But Saprissa finally gets their goal. I'm not questioning that at all. It's preseason. I don't give a shit. Talk to me when it's week 1. Well, okay, no, I care when they play the Packers, but I may talk shit about that. When it's the Packers versus the Patriots, if they win, I might talk shit about it. But not this. I don't care about the Texans versus Patriots. It is what it is. It's preseason. It's week 1 of preseason. Bailey Zappi's played most of the game. I'm not worried. Now, if we lose to the Packers, I might be a bit more worried. And I might get shit talked too. I don't know. I'll certainly shit talk about preseason, though, if we beat the Packers. I certainly will. I agree with that. I would do a mile high. Not to everybody. I may bring it up, but there's more of a couple people I'm going to talk shit to. Again, because it's preseason, I mean. You got the Eagles week 1. I know. I'll still talk shit. I'll still talk shit about week 2. th minute, 1-0, 1-0. Saprissa. Who will be the better team out of the U.S.-Mexico rivalry when Greg Berhalter returns to USMNT in September? Jimmy Lozano will dummy Greg Berhalter. Mexico. Mexico will be back. Mexico will come back. Mexico will be back. Don't worry. The next time Mexico-U.S. plays, Greg Berhalter won't know what hit him. When Jimmy Lozano, when the Lambert Jimmy runs over Greg Berhalter, he will not know what hit him. Not at all. Not at all. Subanse a Lambert Jimmy. Speaking of Greg Berhalter, I think there's a non-zero chance he gets sacked before the World Cup. Blocked away. At some point in this cycle before the World Cup, he gets sacked. There is a non-zero chance that happens. It may not be a high chance, but there's definitely a chance. I don't know if it's because they suck or if there's a manager they finally see that's better, but, you know. Saprissa have a Johnny Rockets ad on their sleeve? Huh. I didn't know there were Johnny Rockets in Costa Rica. Cross in. Well, I did like Johnny Rockets before when they used to have one here. Well, if I was in Costa Rica, I know where I could go. Well, that was a Johnny Rockets logo, right? Might as well. Nah, I gotta look this up. There are Costa Rican Johnny Rockets restaurants. San Jose Province. 2 of them in San Jose, 1 in Santa Ana. Huh. Oh, there you go. Well, there you go. There you go. What happened to the Blue Jays today? I saw they lost to the team with the corniest name, Cleveland Guardians. They lost. It's baseball. You lose every so often. I mean, it's not like you can't win every game in baseball. The Blue Jays have been pretty good over the past week. So, I guess that's why they put things on shirts. Want to talk about the Johnny Rockets thing. I guess that's why they put ads on shirts. But I do like Johnny Rockets. It's a good restaurant. Kind of like, 70s diner-ish, I like it. So if I was ever in Costa Rica and I wanted to eat like an American, Johnny Rockets. Boom. Good to know. Especially San Jose or Santa Ana, which Alajuelense is Alajuela. Saprissa San Jose, right? Well, they wouldn't have it on their logo if depends on how close to. Saprissa San Jose, right? If Lambert Jimmy coached Mexico for the CONCACAF Nations League semifinal against the USMNT and BJ Callahan, would Mexico have still lost? On penalties. I would say yes, but it wouldn't have been embarrassing, which is the big portion. They would have fought. I still think the USA with BJ would have edged it, but it wouldn't have been as embarrassing if Jimmy was coaching the CONCACAF Nations League. But the reason why he was coaching is because that game was so embarrassing. So I don't know why that what if makes any sense. "34th minute. But again, yeah, I think if they realized at the Jamaica game that was had they lost the Jamaica game, I guess you push the timeline up a bit earlier. with Mexico, and I guess Lamborghini would be coaching the Nations League, and they'd probably lose on penalties. Saprissa is based in San Juan de Tibas, San Jose. Okay, there we go. Costa Rica. Okay. I'm disappointed with my Tampa Bay Rays. They started great, but now they're okay. Yeah, that was always an unsustainable start, and then the fact you lost Springs and McClanahan and all your pitchers. Yeah. The Jays are going to catch you up. The Jays will be second in the East by the end of the year. I don't know if we'll catch up the Orioles, but we'll certainly catch y'all. But that'll be enough to be the first of the 3 wild cards. No, Mexico would have got out of the groups. They would have made the round of 16. Maybe even made quinto partido. But again, that's another sort of questionable hypothetical. Like, if you want to go hypotheticals, yes, he would have got them to the round of 16, maybe quinto partido. But there was no chance they would even be there. Put over the bar. What a shot. But tipped over the bar by Sanchez of Jocoro. What a shot. Jocoro should be down by like 3 or 4, but Saprissa's doing their job. They did win 1-0 against Cartaginés, and it looks like they'll probably do the same against Jocoro, or at least take it to the half. But Saprissa with a corner. Cross in. Oh, Olympico! Golazo! Goal! Goal! Goal de Saprissa! Goal! Oh, my Lord! Olympico! Olympico from Brenes. Jefferson Brenes with the Olympico. Oh, my Lord! Golazo! Oh, my word! No way! Olympico Jefferson Brenes! Jesus! Woo-hoo! That's goal of the week. I don't care what you say. That's goal of the week. No, that's goal of the tournament. All right? I don't care what you say. Nothing's beating that. Nothing. He didn't even need the wind. He curled that mofo by his own power. Puskas Award. Screw the vote and give him the Puskas. Goal of the tournament, goal of the year, Puskas. Do it. Do it, you cowards. Do it. Holy Lord. And that was on Tubi. The best goal of the year was showed on Tubi. The hell? He did that with his own power. He didn't need the wind like Bernadeschi did. That was amazing. Past the post. I agree. Messi, you ain't winning the Puskas this year. Or CONCACAF goal of the year. I'm sorry. That's Jefferson Brenes. He didn't even need the win to Olympico that. He just did it. Holy Lord. I know if I had a vote, I'm voting for that for Puskas. Screw it. I don't know what beats that. Even a goalie goal doesn't. Que disparo. See. Magnifico. Well, that's Italian, but still. Close enough. Magnifico. Disparo. Italian with some Spanish, but they're both Latin-based languages, so is it really that bad? No. Close enough, right? Espria needs to be in the conversation. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Doing an Olympico like that without the wind, no wind by your own power, I don't know, man. Oh. No. You the man. Thank you. I mean, it's not that different. Like, if you know Spanish, you sort of know Italian, you sort of know Portuguese. You just got to know the changes. But, I mean, if you know one, you sort of know the others. That's why it's not hard. They're all Latin-based languages. 39th minute. Jocoro free kick. Oh, grazie. Prego. If you didn't know, that means you're welcome. So yeah, when you buy prego sugo, that means it's really just saying you're welcome. That's what the brand name is. It's you're welcome. I know, right? Crazy. I don't like store-bought. I don't like store-bought stuff. There you go. I was doing that for people who didn't know. So I'd rather make the sauce homemade anyway, or like half homemade, but Rouse is better anyway. If it is store-bought. Classical, Rouse, I think those are better, honestly. If it's store-bought or like half store-bought. 25th and 36th for Saprissa. That's just me, though. '41st minute. Plays it. Oh! Short corner or short free kick. And it goes down. Nobody runs onto it because everybody was offside. See, if you were onside, though, that would have been 3. Dead to rights. That's why you stay onside as much as you can. But I guess you can't if it goes through. It depends on if they were in line. I mean, they could have easily ran on that. I need to see the replay of that. Because if they were all in line as that free kick was played and it goes through, if they're going to run onto it, you're dead to rights. They could have easily ran onto that ball and just popped it in. If they were onside. I need to see the replay because it was tight. It was tight. But as that free kick was played, if they were in line, trust me, dead to rights. Smart setup, though. I like it. I like it. Definitely a good setup for a set piece there. I like it. Short free kick, plays it in to the box. Everybody's onside. Somebody rushes it, scores. That would be the best, like, unsuspecting free kick ever. Saprissa 3. I may have to write that down. I may have to put that in the playbook. That's out for a throw. See how this comes. Throw in. Chirinos. Oh! Chirinos makes the run. Shoots. Goal. Michael Chirinos. Goal. Goal de Saprissa. 3-0. Michael Chirinos makes the supporting run and pops it in. Saprissa cruising now. The former Olympia man, Michael Chirinos. Maybe Olympia shouldn't have let him go. Oh, and nutmegs a defender too. Now Saprissa's starting to build in. Oh. Yeah, maybe Olympia shouldn't have let him go. I don't know. Maybe they'd be better at the table if they didn't. Courtois tore his ACL at practice. I saw. That sucks. Saprissa's just... I wonder... I guess Jocoro must have been a Cinderella this season in Honduras, yeah? Because they're playing like a Cinderella. They're just happy to be there. It looks like they're just happy to be there. Here's a chance. 44th minute. What a shot. Got to tip my cap. That was boom. 45th minute, or 44th minute. We'll get to the 45th. Saprissa has 3. Sounds about right at the half. They make it have 4, but sounds about right. It looked like they were going to underscore their expected goals. Nope, I think they're about where they need to be. I think they're about where they need to be, or they should be. 45th minute. I'm like 20 seconds behind on Tubi, but I can't fast forward it. I am where I am. Which I guess we can't complain. 45th minute. And that is halftime. 45th minute. On the stroke of 45, it's halftime. 3-0, 3-0. Saprissa miedo tiempo. Rodriguez, Brenes, Olympico, and Chirinos, the 3 goal scorers against Jocoro. I mean, he's the only American player. I mean, he won't be the captain. That's Reece James, but maybe Tyler Adams wears the armband when Reece is hurt. That's the closest he's going to get. He ain't going to be the captain. He did captain in the Premier League before, so being a vice captain ain't too bad. I guess it could also be Thiago Silva when need be. I guess it could also be Enzo Fernandez, but could be interesting. But Tyler Adams is going to be the only American player there, so in that case, yes. Pulisic didn't even captain Chelsea that much. With that being said, we'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going. Sit tight. We will be back. 3-0 at the half. 3-0 a miedo tiempo. We're back. Preseason, I don't care. Pretty much. It's week 1. Preseason, it doesn't matter. Spain versus Netherlands about to start. I say Spain wins. And then Japan plays at 3 in the morning today. Or 2 in the morning, I should say. 2:30, I think. Let's go Japan. If I watch, I watch. If I don't, it's a little bit too tight, but we'll see. Gambare. Gambare Kunoichi Japan. So if the men are Samurai Japan, then the woman would obviously be Kunoichi Japan. As I said, he left the whole after the Japan game. That ain't happening. If they make the Women's World Cup final, maybe. Not tonight, though. If I was... I'll probably be up, but... watching it, but... Oh, well, that's cool. Stats are as follows at the half. 3 shots to 9, 3 shots on goal to 7, 0 assists to 2, 3 steals to 4, 4 fouls to 6, 40% possession to 6% possession, 1 offside to 0, 3 corner kicks to 7, 79 correct pass to 150, 26 incorrect pass to 21, 105 pass to 171, 75% pass accuracy to 88. Cards, 1 yellow to 0, no red cards on either side. 3-0 at the half for Saprissa, 3-0 de Saprissa al medio tiempo. Saprissa's dominated. They finally got the amount of goals that they needed at the half, or what they deserved at the half. The 3 goals, they dominated. Jocoro, they were knocking at the door throughout the half. They could have had more, but 3 goals seems fair. Saprissa knocking at the door, and they have honestly just blown the door right off the hinges. Jocoro has no answers, and I don't think they'll have any answers. This game's pretty much over at this point. Saprissa's going to get the 3 points. It would be an absolute melange if they only got 1 point or even 0. They're going to win. This one's over at this point. They don't even need Javon East. By the way, he went to Saprissa, remember? They don't even need Javon East at this point. They could just chill out. But still win, but chill out. Jocoro really hasn't even had a chance forward, so yeah, this game's pretty much done and dusted. But yeah, when it comes to the Japan game, I still got to make the streams for tonight. I still got to make the streams for tomorrow night for Leagues Cup, which shouldn't take as long. It's only 2. And I have the tag set up, so that shouldn't take long. I still have to eat dinner. Make a mashed potato bowl, I guess. But I still have to eat dinner after the review's over. I have to make the review for the second match. I'm going live again for the second match, so that's from 7 to 9. Or from 9 to 11, I should say. And then we got a review, and then by the time, it's pretty tight. If I watch, great, but it's pretty tight to know if I'd be completely ready to do a 2:30 a.m. live stream. So besides, it may be a bit too early. So where we are with it. Yeah. Underway Spain versus Netherlands. Okay. Of course, we have England versus Colombia, I think, as well on the second day. And Australia. Australia made it through, right? Australia versus France. Yeah, because Japan plays Sweden. Netherlands, Spain, Australia, France, and then I think that is. Yep, it is Australia, France. Yep. Harry Kane can finally win trophies. Yep, he can. I don't know if he will, but he probably will. It's Bayern. They'll probably win the Bundesliga anyway. Just imagine Harry Kane linking up with Alphonso Davies. That would be wild. That'll be wild. So. That'd be wild. Wild. Teams are out for the second half, and we're ready to go. Should be able to have enough time to flip over. Okay. The next game is on FS2, by the way. So, Central American Cup. Diniahen versus Comunicaciones. Which I told somebody earlier today who my 10 most hated football sides were, club and country, and Comunicaciones was in there. So I think 8th. Yeah, Comunicaciones was 8th most hated. Yep. Honestly, Club America isn't even top 10. Or I forgot to put them in the top 10. I didn't even put Club America in the top 10. So, I know that's crazy. I hate City more. I hate Everton more. I hate the England national teams more. I hate the U.S. women's national team more. I hate Comunicaciones more. I hate Montreal more, of course. Yeah, I know. But again, it's just week 1. If it's week 3 and they look just as bad, trust me, when the starters play the bulk of the minutes, I'll be worried. Week 1 is sort of like, yeah, there might be some concerns here, but did the starters play any meaningful minutes? No. Rugama off for Ventura for Jocoro. Week 2, there could be a little bit more than just concerns. Week 3 is, oh no, the starters looked bad. Guiti for Blanco. I'm a little bit worried. Oh, we're playing the Eagles? Okay, yeah, I'm worried. Week 1 is sort of like, hey, yeah, you know. You love to see it. The Jets thought they could get a MVP level quarterback and be good. Yeah, it doesn't work out that way. Jets suck. You love to see it. You just love to see it. The Jets will always be the Jets. They will always be the Jets. You love to see it. Exactly. And they gave him some good money, too. Yeah, Father Time is a thing. Even Tom Brady couldn't beat Father Time. And he didn't really lose. He just had a bad season. And I guess his divorce kind of forced it to be a bad season. The Bucks were just completely shit. And he was like, screw this. I don't even know if Father Time really beat Tom Brady. But Father Time will take that technical knockout, won't he? He'll take that decision. That wasn't even a technical knockout. It'd be a decision. He'll take that decision, won't he? Playing forward. I don't think Brady lost at Father Time. No, it was the fact he got divorced. The team was complete shit. And Todd Bowles is a horrible. It's 3-0. What do you want me to do? He brought it up. He talked about the Patriots. And then he went to the Jets. Blame Pacharo. By the way, this game's 3-0. It's over. It's over. There's no way Jocoro comes back. Of course it's going to go off the rails. It's over. It's over. Saprissa's going to score like 3 more. At best. Or at worst. I guess at best. So, we'll talk about the goals when they happen, but hell, this is just a stream anyway. I'm reviewing Guidiaje and Comunicaciones. So, it's okay. Not many people like him. And you're from Costa Rica. It's okay. But the game's over still, so it's bound to go off the rails. And we also just talk and have fun anyway. But this one's over anyway. When games are over like this, it's bound to go off the rails. We go off the rails even when games are competitive. So, just imagine. Yeah, Saprissa teams or Saprissa fans. I saw the comments when Olympia lost to Esteli. Saprissa fans flooded that. They were laughing at Olympia. Like, you could just see all the purple hearts, and it was like, I was like, well, Saprissa fans, well, nobody set them off. Like, I was reading the comments, and it was just Saprissa fans laughing at Olympia. Just Olympia losing to Esteli. It was just comment after comment with purple hearts and people laughing at Olympia. It was crazy. Like, I don't know what called them in, but okay. So, I think most Saprissa fans think Saprissa is the best team in Central America because, yeah, I saw the comments on the Real Esteli B Olympia post on Instagram. So, yeah, no. You ain't the only one. I mean, they last won the CONCACAF League in 2019, yeah. Then they made the final in 2020. Lost, but that's a champion's curse. No, they weren't even in CONCACAF League. Because, hold on. Last year, no, because they didn't make the champions, I don't think. There we go. Yeah, they weren't even in it. 2021, yeah, it was Herediano Cartagena and Alajuelense. So they weren't even in Champions League. They made it they were in 2021's CONCACAF League. Did they lose to Comunicaciones in the quarterfinals? Yeah. I don't think Miami. Marvin Loria must be happy, yeah? I can't wait for Caribbean Cup either. So, yeah. Saprissa was in the 22 Champions League, but they lost to Pumas after they lost to Comunicaciones in the quarterfinals, I think, in 21. They didn't make the 2022 CONCACAF leagues. They weren't in the 23 Champions League. Best Central American club? That doesn't sound like it to me. But as a fellow delusional football fan who thinks Toronto FC are better than they are, at least used to until very recently, I understand how you feel. Except at least y'all are still competing for Central American Cups. We, on the other hand, are competing for a wooden spoon. Delphine coming on. 3-0 Saprissa, 3-0. Gomez coming on as well. That is Valverde off and Guzman off. The captain off as well. Delphine on, corner here. So, I don't know. Win the Central American Cup and we could talk. Hell, Alajuelense is a better Costa Rican club than Saprissa is right now. Alajuelense is back, and you're telling me, maybe historically, of course. I mean, Saprissa did win a Champions League. They did. Champions Cup in 2005. They were the last non-Mexican team to win one, or 2008. Wait. No, 05. Yeah, it was 05. Oh, wait, was Atlante? Yes, 05. It was one of the last Champions Cups. My bad. 05. I was right. It was 05. Keylor Navas was the third place. Saprissa got third place in that Club World Cup. So, no, they were the last non-Mexican team until Seattle to win the Champions League. So, with that knowledge, yes, Saprissa could be the best team in Central America, or at least until that changes and they're still the last Central American CONCACAF Champions Cup winner. I guess that doesn't change if that's the way we're going. But 54th minute. So, sure. But Alajuelense is better right now. Olympia's the defending Central American champion. Until they lose. Yes. Nice. I remember Saprissa winning the group stage in CCL 2016 alongside CD Dragon and Portland Timbers. Yeah, I remember. We all remember. But it was only the top team in the group stage that moved through in that era, not top two. See, that was the 3-team groups where only the top team moved through. So, any error and you're screwed. See, that's why I don't like group stages in CONCACAF. Because if it's a 4-team group, you know who's going through if there's 2 winners. If it's a 3-team group, well, no. Because that means only 1 team goes through and you may have an upset. But I guess for the upset factor, I don't like it. Okay? I don't like it. If that's what makes the upset factor in the group stage where a big club might be upset, Spain off the post twice. I don't like it. I like it the way it is now, or the way they're going to do it, I should say. 27 teams, 20, of course, 22 play to have 11 winners to go to the round of 16 with 5 buys. 2-legged ties up until the final. I like that. I think that's just fine. If you're going to expand it, do it that way. But if the only way you get me to accept group stages coming back in CONCACAF is if you're also discussing the Swiss system. If you're saying it's either group stages like UCL or the Swiss system, I'll go with the group stages. Because Swiss system is stupid. But CONCACAF is not good enough overall to have a compelling group stage. They don't. It doesn't. Yeah, because Pachuca won that year. Like, there is not enough teams in CONCACAF that are good enough to have a compelling group stage. Unless you did the 3-team group stage and you wanted upsets, because sometimes a bigger team is going to fumble, and then the Central American team goes through. But then you're basically saying, hey, we know the bottom level team is not good enough. So, no. A group stage in CONCACAF, like, it needs the whole confederation as a whole needs to be better to actually have a group stage be compelling. Like, we need Central American teams to be able to challenge. And I'm not saying Olympia. I'm not just saying Olympia, Saprissa, Alajuelense. No, I'm talking about the Jocoros, the Diriahens, the Caribbean teams, Pantoja, Cavalier, Defense Force, Moengo Tapo, the Canadian Premier League teams, which Forge can compete, so it's not bad. Pacific competed. But again, every team, I'm not saying there needs to be an equal chance of winning, but there needs to be like when Forge plays Cruz Azul. Like, I know as a Forge fan, Forge will be just fine. They could win. I think they have a chance, especially if Cruz Azul, how bad they are right now. But, like, going into the last time they played Cruz Azul, I was like, you know what? Forge might be able to grind some results out here because I knew what I knew about the club. Not many other people think that. Me, on the other hand, I still picked Cruz Azul to win that tie, but I thought Forge would do a lot better than expected, and they did. Arguably, they scored at the Azteca. David Choinière scored at the Azteca. That's pretty damn good for a CPL side. I don't know. Well, that's true. I can't dispute that. Forge had the same aggregate that Toronto did the year before against Cruz Azul. 4-1. 1 for Forge, 4 for Cruz Azul. That's pretty good to me. You thought it would be like 7 or 8 if you didn't know about Forge. And they had moments where they looked like they could probably come back into it. That's cleared. Shot. Cleared. But, yeah, I agree. I can't disagree with that. Monterrey has had brutal travel. They went from Monterrey to Salt Lake. They went from Salt Lake to Seattle. They went from Seattle to Portland, which isn't that far. Then they went from Portland to Houston. Houston to LA. If they beat LA, they're either going to Minnesota or Nashville, which is the center of the country. So that's a couple more miles. And then they're either going to Philadelphia, Miami, or Charlotte if they were to get to the final, which I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying it's going to get worse if they go to the final. Because even if Monterrey was the home team for seating reasons, Philadelphia would still host, Miami would still host, Charlotte would still host. Because if they were hosting it in a neutral venue, we would know that by now. Or maybe they go to LA anyway. I don't know. Monterrey coach was not happy. I don't blame him. Again, week 1 of the preseason. So I don't blame him. They've had a lot of travel. He's not wrong. Tano's not wrong. He may be a bottle job, but he's not wrong. Cross in. I agree with that. Not to mention all the top Liga MX teams are put on the same side of the bracket. True. But I think CONCACAF would have more to lose. Because South America, Argentina would still go through. Brazil would still go through. Ecuador, I mean, the only teams who get screwed here are probably Jamaica, Peru. Chile will never be as good as they once were. Chile, that was a once-in-a-lifetime group. Chile will be a banter team for the rest of my life. That Chile era was different. But again, USA would make it through. Mexico would. I think Canada probably would. Argentina, Brazil. If there's 4 teams automatically from each group, Argentina, Brazil, Mexico, USA, Canada, Ecuador. I say Jamaica could get out, depending on what the groups look like, automatically. Costa Rica, maybe? No. Costa Rica's got some problems as a national team. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Spain's putting on the pressure in the Women's World Cup. Okay. But again, you know what? I don't hate the idea. I think the teams who would go through in both confederations would probably go through anyway. And then, of course, they each play for the playoff. Do you think Leagues Cup is being used to gauge interest in fan attendance for a potential Liga MX and MLS merger? Maybe. You don't really hear, but you really don't hear that conversation. Javon Easton Julin coming on for Saprissa. Here's the thing about that. The Patriots have lost to the Detroit Lions in preseason before when Tom Brady played for them. I'm not worried about a preseason result. You want me to look over all their results since 2001 in the preseason and tell you what would have worried me? Trust me, there have been some results that would probably be heart-stopping. You just don't remember them because guess what? 1, it was preseason. 2, they won the fucking Super Bowl that year. I have no idea about Italy. They look like they're backsliding. They just do. I mean, maybe Cassidy has played. Maybe he plays. But exactly. We made the Super Bowl. No, actually, it was 2018. We won the Super Bowl that year. We lost to the fucking Lions. And you're telling me to worry about this? Hell, Edelman. No, wait. That was 17. No, that was 17 into 18. We made the Super Bowl that year. Now, we lost to the Lions in the regular season. I think the 2018. But in 2017 preseason, we lost Edelman. And we lost to the Lions. I agree. I'm happy the Lions are supposed to be good. I have a soft spot for the Lions. I like Motor City Dan Campbell. I do. 66 minute. Exactly. We went to the Super Bowl the year we lost to the Lions in preseason. Again, that tells me doesn't matter. And there's some others too. That's just the first one that came off my head. No, we lost to the Lions in a regular season, and we made the Super Bowl that year. But we won it. Yeah, no, that was the regular season in 2018, the year we won the Super Bowl. The year before, we lost Edelman in preseason in Detroit and lost in Detroit 2017. But we had a regular season match with them the next year and lost there. We still won, though. We still won, though. Who cares about how it was done? We still won. NFL's a weird sport. Hell, even in the regular season, but especially in the preseason. 67 minutes. The only thing a week 1 loss in preseason tells me, our second stringers were not as good as Texas or Houston's. And Houston had more to play for and more to prove than us. That's all that tells me. Maybe that shouldn't be good with a new coach. You have a new offensive coordinator, or at least a returning offensive coordinator that's new. But you know what? But Texas, they have some stuff to prove. They got a lot of rookies that have some stuff to prove. Besides, they have CJF and Stroud. Dummy, yeah. Cross in. I don't know about you, but and Will Anderson Jr. too. They have Will Anderson Jr. too, Houston. So, yeah. It's not like they're... If it was Davis Mills, I'd be worried. I'm sure Stroud got a lot of run. Maybe Mack didn't get as much. I mean, I like Bailey Zappi, but should be different if Mack got some run. Bill doesn't really like playing his starters for that long in the preseason anyway, especially week 1. I know how he works. He don't play his starters. Not many teams do. But especially Bill Belichick. Like, Bill will play his starters in week 2 and 3, especially week 2. That Packers game will tell you a lot more than this Texans game. And then week 3 would still tell you more than this. So, again, not me, or at least at the start of the season. I already talked about that year. Oh, yeah. That was an amazing game, but guess what? It was the Patriots and Saints. I wanted Patriots and Saints. I would have won either way. And then that damn pass interference call stole it from me. And who knows? I might have actually rooted for the Saints. Why? Because Tom Brady has enough rings. I wanted Drew Brees to get a second. I'm not going to lie. I might have leaned towards the Saints had the Patriots played them. Only because Drew Brees deserved more than 1 ring. Brady's had enough. If he lost another ring, it is what it is. 6 is still pretty good. Drew needed a second. But that damn pass interference call. Hell, I wish the Saints made it the year of the Minnesota Miracle. Technically, Brady lost that Super Bowl anyway. So nothing would have changed had the Minnesota Miracle not happened. Header. So, I wanted Patriots and Saints. I know. I agree. I wanted a Patriots-Saints Super Bowl a lot in the late 2010s. I wanted my 2 favorite teams to face each other. There's a reason I had that Saints jersey. No, we won the Super Bowl. I could care less. Don't remind me about it, but we still won the Super Bowl that year. Now, the Minnesota Miracle, on the other hand, Stephon Diggs, oh, yeah, I am. Oh, and the bullshit pass interference call. Oh, yes, definitely. That I'm still depressed about. But, the Patriots still won the Super Bowl that year. So. Exactly. We lose in Miami every year. Or we always lose to the Dolphins every year, at least once. Late in the year, we always lose to the Dolphins. Always. It is what it is. If we sweep the Dolphins, that's crazy. If we lose 2 to them, it's like, we were going to lose 1 anyway. Normally it's in Miami, but we've lost in New England too. It's just normally late in the year. I love... Part of me kind of loves to see how the Patriots figure out how to lose to them. You know? It's kind of funny. Josh McDaniels is a horrible coach. Okay, so I'm sticking with that. 72nd minute. Yeah, this one. Shot! Goal! Goal! Saprissa! Rodriguez once again. Ariel Rodriguez with a second. Rolls it in. 4-0. 4-0. What a goal. 72nd minute. There you go for Saprissa. 4-0. 4-0. It was bound to happen. Rodriguez with another beautiful shot. I said at least once, but sometimes we get swept. I don't think we've swept Miami that much, the Patriots. I think we always find a way to lose one. We did in 2007, of course. We swept them because, 16-0. Other than that, Saprissa are really ripping up on this team. I agree. I heard it too, and you know what? Good for Tommy. Good for Tommy. Hell, my opinion, Arena Shake is more beautiful than Giselle anyway. Always was. In my opinion, Giselle was mid anyway. So, if you don't know that answer, you can answer that one yourself. That is a stupid question. That is an absolutely stupid question. You can answer that one yourself. Pray tell which one. 18-1. What other answer is there? I still am not over 18-1. I never will be over 18-1. Never. Ever in my life. That is a stupid question. That's like if you ask, what's the most depressing Toronto FC loss? Again, stupid question. It's the Champions League final. Miami would win in both legs. Probably 5-1 on aggregate, 6-1. The Patriots are never on it. Why would I? The Patriots are never on it. Why would I? Oh, well, no, the Jets are on it. I could laugh at the Jets again. I did watch it the one time the Jets were on it earlier when Rex Ryan was the coach to laugh at the Jets. Maybe I'll do that again. Actually, you know what? Yeah. Actually, you have a point. I'll laugh at the Jets again. I mean, Robert Saleh is not a funny dude. He is a serious dude, so I don't think there will be as many jokes. Now, Rex Ryan was a troll. Spain scores 1-0. That doesn't surprise me. Okay, yeah, I did watch it back when the Jets were on it, when Rex Ryan was the coach to laugh at the Jets. I don't know if you could really laugh at the Jets now. There's nothing really funny about Robert Saleh. Now, Rex Ryan, on the other hand, yeah, will he get it, though? I don't know. It's offside for Spain. Sinclair coming on for Chirinos in the 76th minute. Still 0-0. When you win a Super Bowl, you can talk about it. Thoughts on the Dutch female player laughing at the USA's early exit. She said next time the USA should not open their mouth. She's right. Everybody's laughing at the USA, especially the way it ended. And no, She's right. The USA should shut their mouth. They should shut their mouth. See, half the reason why the USA is hated is because they're cocky as shit, which looks like they're going to sub out the keeper. What the hell? What is this? Half of it is because they're cocky as shit. Even when they started to suck, they were still cocky. You got to realize you're on the back. You got to realize you're on the back nine. Sometimes you got to shut up. If you've ever heard, I don't know, I Ain't As Good As I Once Was by Toby Keith, yeah. When you're on the back nine, you probably, that's a cautionary tale. You probably should shut up. Running your mouth never ends well when you're on the back nine. Some of those players were. And what'd they do? I'm just saying. They knew. That's also true, but some of the players were on the back nine, and the rest of the world's improved. They effed around and they found out. That's exactly what happened. And everybody's laughing at them. Like, seriously, the song I Ain't As Good As I Once Was is sort of a cautionary tale, because what does Toby Keith do in the song? Talk shit to a big dude. And there's a fight that happens in the bar. Or at least the music video illustrates it. Again, when you're on the back nine, maybe you could get work done, but I wouldn't run my mouth about it. But that's just me. It was sort of a cautionary tale, but it's a good song, though. Maybe I'll put it on 2023 365 because I talked about it. Why not? Exactly. They even made a commercial talking shit. You can't stop us. No, you did. Because you put yours wide and then you didn't stop the penalty that went over the line. You act like you did. Seems like it stopped you. Don't talk shit. Oh, by the way, it's pretty cathartic as a Canadian fan because Canada was always lorded over by the U.S. women's national team for years, except for the Olympics. That win was pretty cathartic. And then this was, even though Canada was already eliminated, very cathartic. Canada still should have won more over the past 20 years. They really pissed away a golden generation, or at least the second best team in the world. Maybe I'll always be jealous about that. I don't know. That may be true. I don't know. But hey, at least we got the last laugh when it mattered. Oh, I don't know. The last Olympic gold medal was with Canada. Yeah, and then the USA didn't repeat or three-peat at the Women's World Cup. We may not got out of the group stage, but the USA didn't win the cup. We're still more recently world champions in the USA. Ha, 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 ha. It's what you call the last laugh. We may not have laughed much, but we got the last laugh. Oh, yeah, we beat the USA on the way to getting that world championship. Because an Olympic medal is a world championship, technically, in my book. May not be the trophy, but it's a gold medal. Christine Sinclair still won a world title. Marta didn't even win. No, Marta didn't even win a gold medal. I think. So, there you go. Canada got the last laugh when it came to the USA. They may not have laughed much, but they got the last laugh. I would say probably it is bad. Yeah. I'm not a doctor, but yeah, you probably should get that checked out. Yeah. Probably should get that checked out. I would get that checked out, yeah. But again, they need to find a way to get 10 points in 2 minutes. If Tom Brady was still around, they would. They would. Exactly. The men always keep their nose to the grindstone, but they never won a trophy, well, anything more than the Gold Cup, so that's probably why. I guess when you're champions, you start running your mouth, especially back to back. But when the whole world's gotten better and you lost in the Olympics, maybe that's a little bit of a question to say, hey, you know what? Maybe you should realize that people are on your tail a lot more than they used to be. And 2 years later, you're going to be worse than you were at the Olympics. I'm just saying. Happened to Canada, too. Happened to Canada, too. Their best player got legs of iron. But I legitimately bet Megan Rapinoe's like, why are people giving Christine Sinclair love? Why are they so sad that she got eliminated? Because Christine Sinclair was always the face. Let's put it like that. If you're a wrestling fan, it means good. Christine Sinclair was always the face. Everybody felt sorry for Christine Sinclair because Christine Sinclair focused on the football and tried to do it the humble way. She was the best goal scorer in the world. Still is. Best goal scorer ever, Christine Sinclair. She could have been not humble. But she was. Sosa for Ortiz. So when Christine Sinclair got knocked out and had no legs and got knocked out with Canada, people felt sorry. I'm just saying. Rapinoe, on the other hand, maybe the captain of the U.S. women's national team, but never was that good of a footballer. Rapinoe was never the star. Like, there were better players on the U.S. team, let alone in the world. Rapinoe's always thought she was better than she really was. She's a good player. In her heyday, she was a good player. She was never a great player. Never a great player. Just a good player. She always thought herself to be bigger than she was. That's the problem. And she was never humble about it. So when you miss a penalty and have no legs anymore, it's pretty hilarious when you're one of the main reasons why your team got eliminated, who are also a very cocky team. That's why they don't feel sorry for Rapinoe, but they feel sorry for Christine Sinclair. I hope Christine Sinclair does have one last ride with the Thorns. I do, and I hope they win the NWSL for her. I hope. But I'm a Thorns fan anyway, so that works for me. She wasn't even the best. She was good back in the day. Good. She was never the world's best player, in my opinion. Good player. It's like Michael Bradley, if he was a cocky bastard. Like, Michael Bradley was a good defensive midfielder for a good while. Very good. He was never the best player in the world. Bradley's just not a cocky person, and he never won 2 World Cups. You know? But Megan Rapinoe legitimately is the female version of Michael Bradley, except she's way too cocky. That's exactly what it is. And I barely like Michael Bradley, and he plays for my team, and he's not cocky. So what do you think? I'm just saying. So this ain't just about the football. This is just about the football. I barely like Michael Bradley, and he plays for my team, and he isn't cocky. So what do you think? He ain't much different, except he's not cocky. I'm just saying. So, there you are. It is just about the football. I figured. Cordero get a yellow card. Jocoro playing forward. For Saprissa playing forward, Jocoro gets it back. But still, this is just about the football. Straight up about the football. That's all this is about, is the football. Alana Cook, like as a player? I mean, Alana Cook's a pretty good player, I think. That was Beasley who played Liga MX. Bradley played for Toronto. That's as far as he got into CONCACAF and Champions League, but he never played Liga MX. That was Beasley. So, but again, Bradley and Rapinoe were very similar as players. Play style, they're very similar. They were never the best midfielder, but they were a good player in their heyday. Bradley has lost his legs, but he's not cocky. And he didn't win 2 World Cups. Rapinoe lost her legs, is cocky, won 2 World Cups. But to me, they're very similar, except one's cocky, one isn't. But I barely like Bradley anyway. And he plays for my team, and he's not cocky, so it is what it is. There we go. 88th minute. Beasley was supposed to be the USA's breakout star. Yeah, DeMarcus Beasley was supposed to be better than he was. I agree. I still respect DeMarcus Beasley, but he should have been better. 89th minute. He should have been better. I agree. So was Freddie Adu. I think he still plays in Turkey. You're right. Exactly. Yes. Yes. But I think the Olympics are a lot more homogenous to a point. Homogenous to a point where they don't do football commercials. But if they do, yeah, the world's catched up to you. A lot. You should be humble. Cross in. Shot. Saved. Cleared. I agree. Yeah. 2 minutes of stoppage time? Are we really playing 2 minutes? It's 4-0. What are you doing? Why not blow the whistle? That's stupid. I don't get it. $90.37. Plays forward. Jocoro off the post. Oh. Who can you compare Alex Morgan to? For me, I compare Alex Morgan to Clint Dempsey. I compare Alex Morgan to Clint Dempsey. I think Alex Morgan and Clint Dempsey are very similar in their like eras. I think Alex Morgan, of course, she won multiple trophies, but I think Alex Morgan is a very respectable forward. Off the post, very respectable forward, tough forward. 4-0, 4-0 full time. Agreed. But Alex Morgan to me is Clint Dempsey. I think they're very similar. Same era. I think Alex Morgan, of course, had more success than Clint did, but I think as the way they play, I think it's very similar. I think Alex Morgan and Clint Dempsey played a very similar style. Mia Hamm era, that's true, but I was comparing them to, just like I compared Rapinoe to Bradley, I was comparing Alex Morgan to a legendary U.S. men's player as well. See, I could do this for anybody. Just to be clear, I could do this for anybody, but Alex Morgan to me is Clint Dempsey. I think they're very, if you want a comparison, Clint Dempsey of the men's team of her era and their era, Clint Dempsey, who's USA's women's most underrated player. I think Naomi Girma, right now, amazing center back, a wonderful center back, wonderful defender. Naomi Girma is the most underrated in my book. I don't think she gets the respect that she deserves. I think it was one of the reasons why the USA didn't get knocked out in the group stage. Oh, no, I'll be live for Comunicaciones versus Deniahan. It's a couple of minutes. Yeah, I would agree with that. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Full time. 4-0 Saprissa. 4-0 Saprissa. 4-0. If you like the stream, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification once subscribed, send super chats on the live streams, comment on this video, put us in playlist, share with friends and family, all that great stuff. I'll see you in a couple of minutes for Comunicaciones versus Deniahan versus Comunicaciones. I'll see you in a couple of minutes for that, and then we'll review that match after it's over as well. So with that being said, I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you later in a couple of minutes.